And for anyone who is joining us, thank you for paying attention. I have a small nonprofit that I run, and in order to build educational content, and if you could, for anyone who may be joining us, I'm just going to give you a background. And I'm going to ask you to say something, so at least I know that you're on, and at least I'm interacting with someone. As I said, this is my first live event, so I have no idea if I'm doing everything correctly. Okay. I put up some notes at the side there about why I'm doing this event live. So hopefully if someone comes on, I would appreciate it. So I just completed an interview. My interview series called 10 Life Factors with James Raffone, or Jim Raffone. He's the founder and CEO for Jar of Hope. It's a nonprofit organization that whose mission is to find a cure for children who suffers from Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. And it just actually really moved me. His passion for this issue, of course, it's personal to him because of his son who suffers from this rare form of disease. I've heard of some aspect of it, and as he explained in a video that is on the 10 Life Factor YouTube channel that you can click on, he explained the statistics around this in terms of the population affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy and all the physical and emotional and social impairments that this form of disease causes. However, the main issue around why I'm doing this is because of how the story that he shared and the experiences that he's having, where because of the pandemic, he's not able to fundraise for this program. He found that in the state of New Jersey, there's a statute, a law that prevents him from selling raffle tickets online. Selling raffle tickets online by a nonprofit is considered to be illegal. So he was prevented from doing it. And as a result, his organization is on the very brink of being shut down because he doesn't have the money to operate the overhead operations. That's one. And also that he's not able to fund reach his fundraising goal, which is he needed at least, I believe it was 2 million, he said, to be able to, send certain possible cure for FDA to approve then. In some scientific testing and so on that is needed. And so I'm just doing this as part of my advocacy campaign. As I said, I do not do this for my nonprofit, which is struggling from inception. We're very tiny, we're fairly new, and I'm doing everything in my power to help my organization. However, I've never taken this route to do anything live, to ask for help for anyone, it's amazing. But I thought today I may do something different and do it not for my organization, but for his organization. Because after all, that's what I'm here for. My organization is called Support the Adolescent Youth in School. It's called Stay in School for short. And I created the 10 Life Factor series as part of building content for that nonprofit in order to raise awareness, and hopefully somebody will donate to my organization. However, I have little much traction gained there as yet. I'm very hopeful though. But today I decided to campaign for Jim Raffone for his Jar of Hope um, nonprofit organization that is located in the state of New Jersey. And it is a cause is about it's called Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. It's a rare form of medical disease that affects people's muscles, meaning they're wheelchair bound, bedridden, mainly children, and their lifespan is up to about age 17, and without a cure, death is at that point at 17. But with a group of scientists, they're looking for a cure, and without approval from FDA to pursue certain avenues, he's not able to even find that cure. And of course, without money, he's not able to do so either. So this is an appeal through this medium. Watch the video. It's on 10-6 Life Factor series, and whatever you can do to help Jim Raffone and his Jar of Hope organization. I'm going to ask if you could be so kind to help him and spread the word, spread the video, invite people to take a look at his website. I put it in the live chat sidebar here, and see what you can do to help him. One of the interesting things, as he said, he's not only looking, doing the online fundraising for the raffle, which of course is at this point he can't do it because it's deemed by the state of New Jersey as illegal. He now has done some interesting thing. If you go on his website, he has been doing push-ups for $10 in order to get generate money. And upcoming in June, I believe, he will be participating in a boxing tournament where he's going to fight a boxer or some popular person. You can look on his website for that information as well. Putting his life in jeopardy, I would say, in order to fundraise, but he felt this is something that he's so passionate about that he needs to do. So if anybody's hearing me, if anybody's watching, I'm going to ask that you support Jim Raffone's Jar of Hope organization. Go to his website. I put it here, or just type it in on Google and you'll find it. And if you want to go further, of course, to find out about my organization, which is called Stay in School Corporation. It stands for Support the Adolescent Youth in School Corp. Do fundraising to support adolescent youth in schools, just like the title says, in terms of school supplies, scholarships, uniforms, any form of hygienic needs in terms of lotion and things that we take for granted, for example, T-shirts, clothing, things like that. Sanitary pads is also a big need, so we do that as well, or anything that fall within, for example, with Jim's fundraising campaign. We also support events like those to kind of bring in generate more support for what any other organization does that related to children. So if anyone is out there and hearing me and listening to me, please pass on the word. Say something in terms of what you could do to support. If you have any questions that you want to ask, then please do so. Okay. And that's just, if you notice on our website, we have very few followers. I'm going to ask you also to subscribe to the channel and, just watch our videos and see if we can build a platform here. Again, I push in terms of online presence. However, I find that in the middle of this pandemic, we all have to find ways, and that's why I started interview series, and I'm learning so much about the life factors that are affecting all people from all parts of life. And Also, similarly, if you know of someone who wishes to be interviewed, would like to share, talk about life factors, I mean, it doesn't matter who, it could be whatever social background, whatever professional background, even if you do not consider your background to be of a profession, any individual for within any status whatsoever, I'm willing to talk to, just to highlight some of the issues that affect all of us as individuals, as people on this planet. And you never know, your story may, and your perceptions of how you view life events, will surely shed light, for other people, and kind of give us an insight into what are the various factors, people in their lives. So again, we're 11 minutes into this live event, and as I said, this is my first time doing this, and I just want to bring to light, about this cause, Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. It's a rare disease that affects children, and it is within that period, because from what I'm gathering from just the interview with Jim Raffone, whose nonprofit organization, Jim Raffone, is actually, you know, is built on funding this cause or finding a cure for this issue, is that a child does not live to see beyond 17 years of age having this disease. They're paralyzed. They are immobile, and they rely on parents or caregivers to take care of them. So the needs are great in this area. And so because he's trying his best to wishes to do online raffle tickets, he received notice from the state of New Jersey that he's actually engaging in illegal gambling. He's not able to sell raffle tickets online. It's against the law. So he's trying to change a statute. It's a 70-year-old statute that he's trying to change, and to amend this so that it's more within us modern then. Because think about it, 70 years ago is a very long time. Nobody foresee a pandemic. Nobody foresee that we will be having this many different forms of social media that played such a large role now in our lives. So the policies, legislation, laws, statutes, whatever way that we want to phrase this, should be amended to go with the current time that we're living in, and in order to facilitate the different events or streaming events that occur, or trigger events that occur in these times. The pandemic is one. It's nonprofit organization, mine included. At this time of the year, we'll be doing spring fundraising. Not able to do that because we're limited to what we can do online. And of course, the field of online fundraising is so overwhelming. People have so many things to choose from. Raffle ticket is an easier way to go, and that's what Jim Raffone was trying to do, and he was stopped from doing that. So he's just reaching out to so many different nonprofits who has been affected to say, let's all form a coalition around this. Let's get traction on it, to see if we can actually change your mind about it. Because even though we have vaccine coming out and people are getting vaccinated, we know that this pandemic is not going to be gone for any time soon. And so we still have to be careful about meeting face-to-face, or even having fundraising events face-to-face. So our only source is online. So what if we're preventing from, say, selling a ticket? He was donated a car that he wanted to raffle off during the pandemic, and that's what started all of this. And he was unable to, because the powers that be says, no, you can't do that. And so that's why I'm when I spoke to him, part of the interview became, even though we laugh a bit about the fact that he's going to be engaged in a boxing event, he was very emotional, talking about the day-to-day emotional toll of having to take care of his son who is bedridden and is cannot do anything on his own, and they have to be doing that. So that really was a tearjerker for me. It really shook me, and I felt right after the interview that, you know what, let me see. This is something I didn't do for our organization, for my organization, that is, or for any other organization that I've campaigned for throughout my years doing volunteer work for a nonprofit. I've never done it. And here I am, just being moved by Jim's story, wanting to do this. So if anyone is listening, if anyone is hearing me, if anybody watches video after I end the streaming, wishes to help, please go to jarofhope.org and reach out to Jim. Let him know that you heard of his story, and you want to help, and how you can help, whether or not through donation or writing a letter to legislators in New Jersey. And of course, this is not just going to affect one part of, like, for example, whatever county he lives in. It is set up precedents for other states and for other nonprofits. So you could be in the position of benefiting as well, whether directly or indirectly, where once this statute is amended and allow for online raffle, for example, or anything that you can, sell, which doesn't connotes to gambling and that are deemed to be gambling, that you may benefit, and you can point other to using that method, which is doing online raffle sales to generate funds, because now it would be legal to do so. So reach out to your legislators. There's a list also of them on Jim's Jar of Hope's website as to who you can reach out to. It's a gambling commission that have the final say, but each township, each county government must be on board. So if you're living in New Jersey, in whichever county that you live in, call find out when their town meeting, because everybody's having Zoom meetings now, which is open to the public, and put this on their agenda as a topic for discussion, and see if you can get people on board. Thank you so much. I'm going to end at the 20-minute mark. I have here, I think I have just one person watching, which is okay. And thank you for sticking around. Are you there, and do you wish to say something? Ask any questions per se to what we're doing. You can put it in your chat, and let me know if you have any questions for me, or in ways that you can help. Again, I'm doing this live event. For some people may start at the beginning and then jump to the end. I'm just going to repeat, doing this live event to bring attention to an interview that I just conducted with Jim Raffone. He's a CEO and founder of Jar of Hope, JAROFHOPE, and that's in one considered to be without space if you're looking for it on the internet. And you can go to their donate page if you're looking for ways to help. And his campaign, which his campaign is to amend the statute that regulates gambling for online raffle sales pertaining to nonprofits. He's trying to have it amended, and his main cause and his mission and goal is to find a cure for Duchenne, a disease called Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy that affects the muscles of children. It's a neurological disease that affects the brain. It creates this impairment in every aspect of the experiencing, where they are they're reliant on other individuals, I should say, to help them. They are usually wheel bound, or bedbound. And this type of diagnosis can come at a later point in the child's life. So it's not as if they, right away seen, say, at birth or, 5 years old or so. It can be at any point during that adolescent stage as well. And so this is something. So thank you for watching, and reach out to, you can send us comments, email 106lifefactors@gmail.com. You can go to our website, stayinschoolcorp.org. Donate to us. That's my official organization, and the 106 Life Factors series is part of that. Make comments, like videos, subscribe so that you can see our videos. And today's live stream was to bring attention to the nonprofit organization Jar of Hope and their mission to amend the New Jersey State's statute that control gambling. He wants to be able to raffle tickets online, and this amendment will help any other nonprofit that would like to do this. So it will benefit all of us at some point. Thank you for watching.